Hi, and welcome to Heavenly Manna Wellness. So, today, parents, I am talking to you about um, your child's online presence. We have to be vigilant about what they are watching. I have to tell you about this one game in particular. It's called Roblox. And it's actually not one game, it has various games that your children can play. They are playing it, and you really have to get in there and see what they're doing. For example, within Roblox, there's this game called Brookhaven, and it's a role playing game. Now, while there are some really nice qualities to that, because they can pretend they're a doctor, or they can pretend they're a school teacher and they're just kind of going through life and doing this, that, and the other. They also can pretend they're a criminal. Okay. They also in this game can go on dates and meet people in different places. So you got to get in there and see what they're actually doing. Many of these games also have a chat feature in the game. So not only are they competing against pretty much strangers who they're calling friends, but they can communicate with them directly in the chat. And that is concerning because, personal information can be exchanged and you never know who that person really is. They may tell your child that, hey, I'm in third grade just like you, and it could end up being a grown man or a grown woman. There's another game within there called Vibe Place, and this within Vibe Place they can do online dating. I'm talking about small children, elementary school children, any age child can do this. Mad City is a game where they can be prisoners. They can be villains. They actually can work their way up to being villains by killing the heroes. And there's another game called Arsenal, where they're going around finding and collecting weapons, guns, knives, and then they get points for killing people. So this is some really crazy stuff, because imagine if they're doing this for several hours a day, every day. It kind of desensitizes them to the killings, and maybe even makes them think that these weapons are not as dangerous as they really are, you know? And they can end up harming or hurting themselves or others. So it's serious. Even the ads that will pop up now, Roblox, I believe, is ad free, but like some of these other video games, the ads that pop up can be inappropriate. And if you have the devices in your home synced, if one person, clicks on something inappropriate, let's just say you have an older child who may be a teenager or in their 20s or 30s even, and they clicked on something a little racy. Well, then your younger child's device might get an ad that was meant, for the other person that they clicked on that. So I've seen for myself ads where I think it's called Erase It, where it's advertising a game where you get this eraser and it's encouraging you to, hey, look and see what's underneath her shirt, or erase this part of the pants. Just crazy stuff. Kids are curious. They might go ahead and try it and see what's underneath. But this is the type of sick stuff that's being fed to our children. So, this is serious. Cyberspace is not the place to just leave your kids to roam free. So what do you do? How do you monitor? So I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can kind of get a grip on this. For one thing, please monitor your child's online experiences. So specifically, you can sit down with them right next to them and, play some games together, or just look over their shoulder and see what they're watching, see what they're playing. This is really not something that they can do alone for long periods of time. Another thing you can do, parents, is you sign up for some of these games and social media accounts and just see what young people are talking about. See what's the new trends that are going on, so that you can protect your children from these things. Number 2, you want to establish clear times that they can play, clear electronic game time. So, for example, maybe an hour a day for children 12 and under. And then maybe for, your teens, you want to give them 2 hours a day. Maybe you want to do Monday through Friday, no electronics because those are school days. Maybe just on the weekends, something like that. One thing I like to do is no electronics on the Sabbath. So at least there's one day out of the week that is electronic free. So, nothing. So you have to give them time limits. It can't just be a free for all where they're spending 8 hours a day on video games. It's no good for their eyes and it's no good for their health either. You also want to set clear boundaries as to the types of games your children are allowed to play. For example, no games that involve guns or any type of violence. No games where there's killing people or robbing banks. Any type of lawlessness. You might want to ban games like that. And then number 4, you want to utilize parental controls. A lot of your devices have it where you can set it up so that you are in control. Maybe that you don't want them playing games for children. Certain games are for just 13 and up or for 12 and under. You can set it up like that. You can set it up so they can only have access to YouTube Kids as opposed to having access to all of YouTube. You can set it up where they can't download any game without first getting permission from you on your device. You can also set it up where you get automatic notifications anytime they do download games or anything of that nature. But please, you have to get a grip on this because everything from these TikTok trends to just simple, regular gaming, but being exposed to potentially inappropriate ads is not healthy for our children. So we've got to, keep that under wraps. So if you enjoyed this content, please hit the notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.